I just want to start with the latest update at 6 p.m. on in 12th March. What all is happening as far as the coronavirus is concerned. Number one, all Delhi cinema halls, schools and colleges have been shut till 31st of March. Only the schools where the board examinations are going on are going to remain open. Rest, everything will be shut in Delhi till March 31st. In fact, in Kerala, after Kerala and Haryana, Delhi government has also declared coronavirus an epidemic. The India-South Africa match is likely to be played out without the spectators, is what we are learning right now. This is in fact happening in Dharamshala. The football ISL final is going to be held in closed door, without any spectators. Real Madrid players are also internationally in quarantine. Ronaldo is also in isolation, and we are also being told that the McLaren team has also pulled out of the F1 circuit from the Australian Grand Prix. So, a lot of things happening. Remember, the Rashtrapati Bhavan is also closed for visitors of all kinds till further notice. Now, India has imposed stringent travel curbs as the country, World Health Organization has declared COVID-19 outbreak a pandemic. Now, with 70 active cases across the country, Centre has suspended all existing visas to India except visas for diplomatic purpose, UN officials and those with employment visas till April 15th. Visa-free travel facility granted to overseas citizens of India has also been suspended. Indians have also traveled to China, Italy, Iran, South Korea, France, Spain and Germany. After 15 February, now will have to remain in a quarantine period of minimum 14 days. There are curbs that will go on till 13th of March. Prime Minister Narendra Modi tweeted asking people to avoid non-essential travel. Centre has also invoked the British-era 1897 Epidemic Disease Act to tackle the spread of the coronavirus. The decision was taken at a meeting of group of ministers headed by Health Minister Harshvardhan.
In view of the further spread of coronavirus, the government decided yesterday to take more stringent measures in regard to international travel. All existing visas, except diplomatic, official, UN, international organizations, employment, project visas, stand suspended till 15th April 2020. Visa-free travel facility granted to OCI card holders has also been kept in abeyance till April 15, 2020. All incoming travelers, including Indian nationals, arriving from or having visited China, Italy, Iran, Republic of Korea, France, Spain and Germany after 15 February shall be quarantined.
This is primarily the people who have either a travel history or as well as a contact history and also who are symptomatic. See, it is very important that we should not create panic. Only people who need to be tested should be tested. Similarly, with respect to the testing regions you mentioned, country is already prepared. We already have around 1 lakh testing kits available. Additional testing kits have already been ordered and they are also in procurement.
मैंने स्वयं दिल्ली के एयरपोर्ट पे जाके 3 घंटा लगा के उसका एक जब 4 फ्लाइट भी एक साथ आ जाए तब भी क्या कोई मिस होने की संभावना है, उसको भी हमने पूरा डिटेल में एसेस किया है। और खाली स्क्रीनिंग में अगर वो नेगेटिव है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो जो है पॉजिटिव जो है 2 दिन के बाद नहीं हो सकता। ये हमारे जो पहले 7 एयरपोर्ट हमने 17 जनवरी को जिनके ऊपर स्क्रीनिंग शुरू की थी, उसमें दिल्ली, मुंबई, कलकत्ता, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai or Kochi is amongst the first 7. Today we are doing it on 30 airports और 30 एयरपोर्ट्स पे अभी हम सारे दुनिया की फ्लाइट्स के बारे में कर रहे हैं, इसलिए स्क्रीनिंग के संदर्भ में आपको कोई डाउट वगैरह नहीं रहना चाहिए।
Okay, let's tell you now, first of all, with the help of this graphic, what is exactly happening across the globe. What is happening across the world, the number of cases and, in fact, the data which is coming in. So, more than 1 lakh, in fact, coronavirus cases have been detected across the globe. In fact, if you look at the deaths, there have been more than 4,000 636 deaths as far as the coronavirus is concerned. Apart from that, the number of cases which have recovered are more than 68,000 cases have recovered so far in the coronavirus pandemic, which has now been declared by the World Health Organization. Let's very quickly also now give you a sense of what is happening across the country. In India, 70 active cases of coronavirus. Let's take a look at where exactly these cases have been reported from. So in Maharashtra, there are 7, in fact, cases. Then in Kerala, 14 cases. In Karnataka, there are 4. Tamil Nadu, there is 1. Andhra Pradesh, 1 case. Jaipur, 3 cases. Punjab, 1 case. Jammu, 1 case. Ladakh, 2. Delhi NCR, 6. Gurugram, 14. And 7 have been, in fact, reported in Uttar Pradesh.
अपनी तरफ से
Going across to my colleague Aishwarya Paliwal, who is joining us with more details on this story. Aishwarya, just give us a sense of, now the kind of response that we are seeing. The response level, as far as the government is concerned, is increasing by every passing hour.
Well, definitely, and this is what the government is preparing itself for. What the government wants is to make sure that the number of cases do not increase, and it was pretty evident today. In this very important press conference, we did see joint secretaries from civil aviation also present, from commerce also present, all of them harping on the fact that at the moment what we want to do is to make sure that you remain safe. And Ankit, also let me tell you, one thing which was being reiterated again and again was that in case you are someone who feels you are not well, immediately the first thing you should do is to go and get yourself tested. They also pointed out there have been several cases where patients did not reach on time, because of which we could see them infecting other players as well. They're also saying that going ahead, there are chances they could increase the number of testing labs, which stand at 56 at the moment, but it will only happen if the government feels that the number of cases will increase from here on. But at the moment, the government is saying that no need to panic. We also saw how the Prime Minister, in fact, also just minutes after the press conference was over, took to Twitter and said that you don't need to panic, but you need to take precautions. That's what PM said.
Stay on with me, Aishwarya. In fact, let's now, first of all, very quickly, because there is a lot of panic happening as far as the coronavirus is concerned. People talking about, how is it different? What are the questions? We were fortunately been able to establish contact with one of the 3 people, those who have now successfully beaten coronavirus. They were in Kerala. All of them were put in quarantine. They were treated and they are now coronavirus free. My colleague Preeti Chaudhary spoke to one of the survivors. Listen.
You were one of the cases that had come from Wuhan. What did you do? Because I believe in self-quarantining yourself, you ended up saving a lot of people from getting infected. You yourself are a medical student. You understood what was going on. Just give us a sense of what happened when you came from Wuhan.
I am a medical student from Wuhan. I do have a travel day. The main thing is that we should do a perfect quarantine. A perfect quarantine is a good thing what we can do for this. Hello?
Yes. So when you came back, sir, when you came back from Wuhan, you got out of Wuhan, were you diagnosed with coronavirus? How long did it take you to be diagnosed? Did you self-quarantine before being diagnosed?
Yes, before being diagnosed, I have been self-quarantined. After coming back from China, I have been strictly under home quarantine. After some days, I have been tested, so positive. So I have been shifted to the hospital.
I believe, sir, that you self-quarantined. You even asked your parents to quarantine themselves in the same house. How did you do it? What is self-isolation? What did you do even before being diagnosed? Because they asked you to quarantine yourself and then you tested positive. How did you self-isolate yourself?
Yes, for that, our government has been issued a protocol and good measures to how to be self-quarantine. For that, in the case of me, I had a room. I didn't go out of the room, and I clearly have contact with my parents. That's it.
And your parents, sir, were also living in the same house, but because you self-quarantined yourself, they did not get infected. So only you tested positive. Your parents were in the same house, but you kept away from them, you quarantined yourself, and they did not get infected. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I am very relieved when my parents and others are tested negative for this COVID.
Did you have Did you have, sir, any interaction with them? Did you meet them at all? Because a lot of people who today, are being asked to self-isolate, what should they follow? Because you can give an example.
Yeah, the thing is that the thing I need to say to the friends who are coming from abroad is that you should undergo strict quarantine for the time being. So, if whether you are infected or not infected, for the sake of the society or for the sake of the family or for the sake of others, you should undergo a strict quarantine. Only through a strict quarantine we can reduce the spread of this disease.
Meanwhile, there are a lot of questions that people have, very basic questions. What is the government doing? What should I do if I have traveled to X place? Can I go abroad? Can I go on a holiday? My colleague Pooja Shali is breaking down these various explanations, these various queries that people have on their mind. Take a look at this report to clarify if you also are grappling with one of these questions.
We have prepared some basic FAQs for people to know, only verified information being put out via India Today. So the first, what is India's latest travel ban? Because that's what everybody is asking about. India has suspended all visas starting March 13th till April 15th. So a month of that period is being provided for that travel ban. But can my family abroad visit me in India? Which is of course referring to Indian overseas citizens. No travel ban on Indians coming home, but is not advisable. This is a self-precautionary measure that the people, especially who are Indian citizens, are best advised to take. I am an overseas citizen of India. Can I come home? Answer, no. Your visa is also in abeyance till April 15th. So this means all visas have been suspended for now. However, there are also some options that have come in. So these are some of the people who completely do not have visa opportunities. Should I plan a foreign visit? No, unless it is on extreme importance or perhaps essential of nature. The government and in fact External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar himself saying that it is not advisable to visit any country right now of this issue. Can a foreign national visit India? No, unless again a compelling reason. So these are some of the basic FAQs, including how can foreigners then travel to India if required? By contacting the Indian mission, citing pressing reasons. So if there is an essential reason for your visit, if you're living abroad, you can definitely approach the Indian mission. I visited China, Italy, Iran, South Korea, Europe after February 15th, some of the countries with infected cases. You face a compulsory quarantine period of 14 days if and when you come to India. So whenever you return, you will have to be in a quarantine period for 14 days. Can I enter India with and via the land border? All options being explored only at designated checkpoints, and that is with due screening. So even if you're not alighting at an airport, there will be a screening that will be done. Can I take domestic flights? Yes, there is no bar at all on the domestic flights that are being taken, at least until this very moment.
Pooja was just breaking down a few of the queries of the people, in fact, to try and give you a sense of where we are as far as the fight in coronavirus is concerned. Now, after the travel ban, airports are wearing a deserted look. My colleagues Saurabh Vakhtania and Manjeet Sehgal have filed these reports from the airports to give you a sense of how the international ban on travel, the visas being cancelled, is affecting the industry, in fact, the airports and also the aviation industry.
Several precautions are being taken at Mumbai International Airport due to coronavirus. But look at this condition at the airport first. It looks completely empty. You can see at the checking counters, no crowd over here, no much of passengers. In normal day, it's completely packed, long queues. But look at the situation due to coronavirus right now over here. Now, there are several precautions being taken at the Mumbai airport. You can see the CISF officials over here who are wearing masks. They are asked to use sanitizers every time. The medical checkup equipments are also being sanitized all the time. Now, there is a team of over 100 doctors and paramedics who are present at the airport, who are working round the clock for the medical checkup. Now, 15 countries where the coronavirus has been affected very badly, like Italy, Iran, China, Korea and other countries, their checking has been done separately. This has been started from yesterday, and whoever the passenger shows some signs of suspected coronavirus, they are immediately taken through the ambulance to the Kasturba hospital, which is the dedicated hospital for coronavirus in Mumbai. With camera person Vijay Desai, this is Saurav Vakhtania in Mumbai for India Today.
So as I was talking about the aviation sector, how has the coronavirus outbreak, which has now in fact over 100 countries, has been now called a global pandemic, how is it affecting the aviation sector, which has taken the biggest hit? Domestic, let's talk about the domestic sector. Now, domestic airfares slump in India, about a 20% decrease as far as the bookings are concerned in the domestic flights across the country. Meanwhile, the world aviation sector may take a hit of $63 billion. I mean, this is a huge hit as far as the aviation industry is concerned. The losses of the world aviation sector could mount to $130 billion worldwide. The number of flyers have slumped by 84% in China alone, $2.3 billion losses in Chinese aviation sector alone. So this is impacting the aviation sector in a worse way all across the globe. Meanwhile, 70 Indian students now are stranded in Rome airport without food and shelter for the last 24 hours. No airline is willing to fly them to India. The Indian government has now made it mandatory for people to provide certificates declaring themselves coronavirus negative. The stranded Indians say that there is no way to get certificates as all facilities have shut down in Italy. They say even cab services and public transport have been suspended. Italy, in a desperation bid to halt the spread of the coronavirus, which has killed more than 827 people in the country, in just 2 weeks is under a complete lockdown. Ministry of External Affairs has said the Indian mission is trying to get the certification organized and assist the stranded Indians.
All the students here, since 6 hours we are stuck here. हमें यहाँ से लेके नहीं गया गया एयर इंडिया के द्वारा. हमने 2 दिन 1 हफ्ते पहले टिकट्स बुक की थी. हमें कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन दी नहीं गई कि आपको कोई मेडिकल सर्टिफिकेट देना कोई नहीं. एट द मोमेंट 1 घंटा पहले वो लोग हमको कहे कि आप सर्टिफिकेट लेके आओ, और उसके बाद में वो हमें कह रहे कि आपको रीशेड्यूल होगा सैटरडे के दिन, यानी 1 वीक के लिए हमें फिर से वापस जाना पड़ेगा. और जाना इतना डेंजरस है कि हम जाना भी नहीं चाहते. हमारी रिक्वेस्ट ये है कि जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पर है उन्हें यहाँ से निकाला जाए जितनी जल्दी हो सके, क्योंकि यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो एयर इंडिया जा चुकी है. यहाँ पे कोई कंसल्टेंसी नहीं है, ना इटालियन गवर्नमेंट का कोई है, कोई हमारी यहाँ मदद नहीं करना चाहता है. हमें ऐसे ही छोड़ दिया है और हम यहाँ पे अकेले पड़े हैं. अभी तक कोई पूछने के लिए नहीं आया, ना पुलिस आई है ना डॉक्टर आया है.
As the situation is here, Italy is a bit serious and Indians want to go back to their homes. There are certain concerns that people here, they checked out of their houses to go back India and they don't have home to go back, and some of the people visas are going to expire, so they don't have a visa to stay here, and also if they don't have visa they don't have healthcare. This is going to be a serious problem. So these issues need to be addressed. So I am requesting Indian government to come in and help the people to evacuate Indians over in Milan, get back to their homes.
Now, the impact of the coronavirus, as I was telling you about, in fact, the impact on the aviation industry, but overall, the markets across the globe are feeling the impact of the coronavirus. There has been a mayhem on the Dalal Street, which continues as the markets suffer. Record losses have been, in fact, incurred in the Sensex, which is down over unprecedented 3,000 points. It is the biggest fall ever. The Nifty has been trading below 10,000 marks since morning as all sectoral indices are painted red. Tourism stocks tumble after the government suspends all tourists and overseas citizens' visa. Bloodbath comes days after the Sensex suffered a record 2,400-point fall in a single day on Monday. The domestic markets plummeted following a sell-off in global markets over coronavirus pandemic.
Globally, markets are down. Yesterday, we have seen US closing is in negative. So markets are almost trading 19-20% down globally. Indian markets are also down. Today, it is even down by 5%. So almost 19% down. So definitely coronavirus is impacting global market, global sentiments, and there is a panic selling all around. People are selling. We have seen whatever long positions were built up in the past. They are now offloading these stocks and impacting the market, and there is hardly any buying. So markets are definitely coming down.
What are you seeing in this? Like in past so many years, have you seen such downfall in the market?
I think it was during Lehman crisis back in 2008-9.
Okay.
Index was around 19,000 levels, and from there the Sensex came to 7,700 odd levels. So after that, I think this is a major correction I am seeing, because right now also market touch all-time high of almost 42,300, and from there right now we are seeing 32,618. So almost 10,000 points down we are seeing. So after that 2008-9 Lehman crisis, I think it is the first time market has corrected rapidly so fast.
Let's now take a look at the impact of the coronavirus on the global economy. Not only the markets in India, but across the globe are taking a huge hit as far as the global economy is concerned. Now, the global GDP, according to the experts, could shrink to $2.3 trillion on the back of the coronavirus pandemic. China's GDP will be the worst hit. It will drop about 0.8%. Now, the expected India growth forecast has been revised to 5.3. Oil prices have been at the lowest since 2008. Global and Indian markets have been bleeding because of the tourism sector, the aviation industry, which is also, in fact, in red because of all these service sectors and contracts worldwide. Meanwhile, the coronavirus outbreak has put a dark cloud on the world of sports. The last two one-day matches between India and South Africa are likely to be played without spectators in a closed stadium. The Indian Super League final on March 14th in Goa too will be played without spectators. The fate of the Indian Premier League starting March 29th is also in right now precariously balanced. The BCCI sources say no foreign player will be available to play the IPL till April 15 due to the restrictions posed by the government. Meanwhile, internationally, Real Madrid's footballers have been put in quarantine after a basketball player who shares training facility with the football club tested positive for the virus. McLaren has also pulled out of the Formula One season opening Australian Grand Prix after a team member tested positive for coronavirus.
On the events, as of date, I mean, we will assess the situation on a daily basis. But the advisory that we have received yesterday, that we have seen yesterday, is very clear that only compelling and reasons, if anybody wants to come, they'll come. Now, it may even include sports events. At this point of time, I have no definite answer for your question whether commercial events will be banned or not. But in course of time, we will see how things will evolve and how the situation is. Then probably we'll take it back to the group of secretaries and then the group of ministers to advise us and give us guidance. Thank you.
अभी कुछ नहीं कहा जा सकता, लेकिन ये है कि ये उचित फैसला लिया जाएगा इसमें, और अभी तक ऐसा कोई डिसीजन नहीं कि आईपीएल नहीं होगा. अभी तो डिसीजन है कि आईपीएल होगा, लेकिन जो है क्या क्या सावधानियां लेनी, क्या क्या प्रिकॉशन लेने हैं, इन सब बातों पर विचार विमर्श चल रहा है.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.